Croll, who's done a magnificent job. Yes, stand up.
So, welcome here tonight. It's wonderful to look around and see all of your faces, and so many familiar faces, and some that I'm just starting to re-recognise, if you like, from the 70s. I graduated from Alexander back in 1979, and it was the 70s after all. So I don't remember everyone. And I think that Nick is referring to an incident where we did a naked performance wrapped in glad wrap on the 3rd floor of the building with Judy Dransfield and Jeff Perrin, and we were rolling around on the floor. And the lift door opened. Come on. No. I have a past, so I'm telling you so no one else does. The lift door opened and there were 2 nuns with their little clutch of year 12 students who might want to go to art school. And the door opened and we all smiled and waved, and the door closed. So that was a bit of fun. We had a wonderful time at art school, and we made extraordinary friends who I'm enjoying reconnecting with over the years. Louise, Judy Dransfield in Brisbane, Nick himself, and even Ian, who used to be my lecturer. So now we are colleagues, which is wonderful. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the exhibition, if I may. Is that okay? Okay. About this time last year, I was working with Redgate Gallery in Beijing, and we brought an exhibition called 2 Generations to Australia as part of a national tour. So the stop-off in Sydney was just part of a 6-city tour. And this exhibition, like all the exhibitions I'm involved in, is not just an exhibition of work on the wall. The exhibition is about education and exchange and building understanding. And we try and introduce layers of opportunity for people to engage with our work. We just use the exhibition as a vehicle, really. And the vehicle could be performing arts, it could be theatre. In this instance, it's an exhibition. So last year when we brought the exhibition, it was really an exhibition where we had asked senior artists from China to nominate junior artists they admired. And so we didn't know what we would get. We had no idea. And in the same way we did this exhibition, we asked for 3 images of their work. And then we selected an image and we put together a show called 2 Generations, which enabled us to see the next generation through the Chinese artist's eyes, not through my eyes, but through the people who were well known and respected in China. And this provided a dialogue for our audiences. So when City of Sydney came back and said we'd like to do a new show, should we bring people from China? We did the numbers, and it was ridiculously expensive to just come to one venue in Australia instead of a whole national tour. So because I would say, Donglan and Hugh, a good relationship with the Chinese artists. We've been working together for almost 8 years now. I was confidently suggested that we could pull together a show if I contacted the Chinese artists in the network, and we would put on a very good show. City of Sydney, with what is now Chinese New Year, are very keen to expand that out to be more inclusive. And so they suggested that we include Korean, Vietnamese, Indonesian and Thai artists as well. And I was happy to do that, and I said, yes, no problem, May Winty, Walker-y, I can, but I didn't know any. So 3 months before the exhibition opened, 3 months before the exhibition opened, we sought to find these artists. And one of the main aims for me with the exhibition became building a network between these artists who were hidden. Because to me, the Chinese artists have a really strong network. They talk, they share, they're all part of a group that whether they came after Tiananmen or before, we've had exhibitions of their work. I've had 4 or 5 exhibitions where we've brought people together over the years. But these other artists, the Thai artists, the Vietnamese artists, they're all working in isolation. So when we found the artists, which was quite tricky, about just under a quarter of the artists in the show are from Indonesia, Thailand, Korea or Vietnam. But when we found them, often they hadn't met each other before. So for them it was, oh, I thought I was the only Indonesian artist working in Sydney or the only Thai artist working. Please give me the contact details of the other. So as you can see, the layering becomes important, and for me, the vehicle of this exhibition was to enable those artists to build a network within our existing network and also gain recognition within the broader community in Australia. Can I stop for a minute?
You can stop for
No. Because people might want to ask questions.
Shall we have a Q&A afterwards?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
But that's why the exhibition is here. It's not really just because it's pretty. I am extraordinarily proud of the work we've put together. We have artists who are 5th, 6th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd generation Chinese or Vietnamese. We have artists who arrived in Australia in October last year. We have artists who sell their work for $50,000. We have artists who are in the Archibald every year, and we have artists who have never shown before, all together in this platform, and we've put together a show where all their work is shown equally. So when you walk around, you can't tell that this young man has never ever had an exhibition and keeps coming and hugging me because he's so excited that he's in an exhibition. And you can't tell that someone's work is very valuable compared to someone else's. Our work in putting this show together was to place all of these works to show you the breadth and scope of work that is being produced by artists who happen to have Asian descent, who are Australian. And I'm proud of all of them.
Thanks, Catherine. Well, now there's Ian Howard, Professor Ian Howard.